All right, what's up, everybody? Just here to give a couple quick updates about a few life things. Also, talking about the tournament I went to this past weekend called the Comeback that featured Tweak, Riddles, Cosmos, a few uh, players from around the country. It was a pretty big regional, and I did pretty well at it. So, just gonna go over a few things of how I was feeling, how the day went, and also just talk about a couple life things. I guess I'll start with the life things. I will be moving soon in about 2 weeks. So it'll be a little rough to try to get videos out as often as I have been due to packing all that. I'll try to front load the videos so I can just schedule them to come out in advance. But just bear with me as we go through this transition period. Also, because of that, I will probably be doing less of the voiceover videos just because I don't have as much time as I normally have with packing and moving and all that. They just take a lot more time, and I can easily just like talk to you and like not have to write a script and gather the footage and edit over and do the voice recording and all that. I could just do like more of like a live take. And I did take the poll, and some of you said that you did not mind the live take, though some of you preferred the voiceovers. I apologize for the voiceover fans, but I will try to get back to those when I can. So with that being said, let's get into talking about the tournament. All right, so the day started with Squad Strike. Singles was later in the day, and going into Squad Strike, I was kind of just chilling. Squad Strike's more of like a warm-up type event for me, where I'm like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. I've played a lot of characters throughout Ultimate, though, and a lot of you may know that I played Zero Suit, I played Byleth, I played Incineroar at the beginning, I played Lucas, like I play Min Min now. I had a Chrom phase, a Roy phase, so I can play a lot of characters. And I was feeling pretty comfortable about the event, but I wasn't taking it like the most seriously. I couldn't figure out my lineup because I've played so many characters. So recently I've been playing a lot of Sephiroth, so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just do Zero Suit, Sephiroth, Min Min, but they all like lose to the same characters, so it's kind of frustrating. And everyone has Wolf on their squad, which all of those kind of struggle with. So I was like, okay, well, maybe like I'll also put Wolf on the squad, but that doesn't make sense. I don't want to just ditto people. Anyway, so I was kind of just like messing around. First person didn't show up, which was a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. And then I played Mr. Beecroft, who played Joker, Ken, and Zero Suit. So I had a ditto, and I went Zero Suit, Sephiroth, and Min Min. And Ken was their last character, and I specifically remember because Min Min was my last character in like every lineup, and I would get to Min Min and I was just getting cooked, and I was like, what's going on? So we get to game 3, and I was like, okay, well, I'm still gonna keep the same order: Zero Suit, Sephiroth, Min Min, but hopefully like I can do a little better with Zero Suit or Sephiroth, so it won't be that rough when I get to Min Min. And game 3, my Sephiroth kind of just went off. Like I lost, I'm pretty sure I lost my Zero Suit first before I took one of his characters, and then Sephiroth took the next 3. Like I was just cruising. I was like, okay, that's weird. Going to the next match, I'm feeling myself, right? I'm like, yo, my Sephiroth's kind of going off. Like, what? So I start Sephiroth, and I think I lost Sephiroth after taking 2 characters, and then I just cleaned up with Zero Suit. And I think that happened 2 games in a row. I may have actually 3 stocked with Sephiroth in 1 game, I'm not sure. So then at this point, I'm like, wait, should I just be focused on Sephiroth? Like, wait. I haven't even, my Min Min isn't even playing that hot. Like when I get to player, I was getting cooked. And I knew that I was about to have to play Sharp, and Sharp plays like 9,000 characters. So I was like, I don't know what the lineup's going to be, but I'm pretty sure it's going to involve Sheik and Joker, because Zero Suit and Min Min can have some issues, more so with Sheik, but Joker does very well against Zero Suit and then kind of well against Min Min. So I was like, okay, whatever. But he might also go Diddy Kong, so I might need to have a Wolf ready, and I was just all over the place. So I just stuck with Zero Suit, Zero Suit, Sephiroth, Min Min, and I got cooked. It was bad. Game 2, I actually went Min Min second. Sheik pulled out the win against my Wolf. Actually, I did end up switching. I remember that I had Sephiroth go first, Min Min second, Wolf third, and he switched to Fox. He switched off of Joker and went Fox for the first character, and it actually kind of cooked my Sephiroth. So That was cool. Then I went to losers. Immediately had to play Puppet, who got upset, and I lost 2-0. But my zero suit in this set was playing really well. So at this point, I was feeling good because I was like, okay, my min played well against Sharp. Like my zero suit played well against Puppet. Everybody was like, dude, zero suit was looking like your best character. I was like, oh, that's weird. And then my Sephiroth played well against everyone else. So just in case like I wasn't really feeling Min in singles later, I was like, maybe I can just play one of those, right? So after that, we go to singles, and I was not feeling the greatest. I'm not gonna lie. Like earlier in the day, I was pretty calm. I was just kind of chilling. I was like, you know, whatever. Like it's just another tournament. But as like singles drew near, because it was I was in wave B, so I was at 5 o'clock. So I think I got eliminated from Squash Strike at like 2 or 2:30. I was kind of just sitting around, and I had a lot of time to myself, and I started getting in my own head because I'm pretty nervous. I've always been like a nervous person. I can get pretty emotional, and I had a lot of time to myself, so I couldn't get out of my own head. I started telling people like, oh no, I'm getting nervous, like this isn't good. But single started, and I was like, you know what, it's fine. Like whatever happens happens. It's just another event. There will be more, like whatever. So I have to play Xeno. Xeno is a Shulk from a region. It goes to Xanadu pretty regularly, and I was feeling pretty confident. So I won 2-0. And I was like, okay, I was nervous, but I think it was like a 2-stock and a 3-stock, so it's okay. Played against Gravity, who plays Fox and a Cloud. And game 1, I'm pretty sure a 2-stock Fox. And then game 2, normally I always ban Lilat and Yoshi's, but I think I'm going to stop doing that. I will always ban Lilat, but I might leave Yoshi's open against some characters. It took me to Smashville Fox, and I don't like that. It feels really hard to keep Fox away from you just because of the platform layout. So I won 1 stock to 0. That wasn't anything crazy. Then we made it in the top 64, and because I played at 5, top 64 was at 7, so it was like right after that. I think I finished at 6:30, so I had about 30 minutes to kind of relax. I thought I was going to be playing Andrew T, who was a really good nest from, I think, Ohio, but somewhere in the Midwest. I want to say it's Ohio. But they got upset by L-Man, who is a solo Pyramane. Solo Pyramane, who's actually really good. But I was feeling pretty good because I was like, it's not Pyramithra, it's just Pyra, and I should be okay if I play it right or play it well enough. Game 1, I was actually kind of getting cooked. Like, I was like, what's going on? Like, they had some really good confirms, some interesting setups. It was nice. They were really good. And I remember thinking to myself, like, I have not tried to up smash their landing 1 time. Like, why? And we were both at like 100+%, and they were really high. And I think they already used their double jump, and I was like, they're gonna fall with a button. I know it for sure. And I was like, my up smash is invincible, so if I just time it right, then I win. And he tried a down air, I think, down air on landing, and I just up smashed, and I won that game. Then game 2 was just a 1 stock. It wasn't anything too crazy. I think I was at like 40 or 50% or something like that. So then going into this, I knew I had to play Atomisk, and we had played a bunch before he has to play, because we go way back. We've known each other for years and years on end. And Atomisk is actually one of those people a long time ago who's like, dude, if you ever picked up like a good character, you will be a legitimate threat, like in any game. Like I don't know why you're playing Lucas. This was in Brawl. He's like, I don't know why you're playing Lucas. Like, just pick up a good character, you'll be really good. And I was like, oh, thank you. And I remember that and things like that. Like, you know, because you don't always know that you may or may not look up to someone, but I think he was someone that I kind of looked up to, and I was like, bro, this dude is really good at Brawl. And like hearing those from someone who was much better than me was really inspirational. And I did think him. I was like, dude, I remember all those years when you told me that. I really appreciate it. So he was going a bunch of characters when we played. Tried DD, he played Snake, he played Wario, he played Greninja, he played Dr. Mario. He's playing characters, right? And but I already knew he was just gonna go DDD, and he already said he was just gonna go DDD because that's who he plays. And I don't think that matchup is that good for DDD. So I wasn't feeling that uncomfortable, but I also know he's really good, and he had just done really well at cross up the weekend before. I think he got third, right? He made it to winners finals, and then he lost to Quid. He lost to Leon in winners finals and Quid in losers finals, and those are incredible players. So it's like he's good. Game one, I was kind of nervous, and this is like a pattern that I started to notice going further into the tournament. Game one, I was kind of nervous, and I like clutched out the end of game one, just like with the L-Man, but it was like a different situation, right? In game two, I was like, okay, let me calm down, let me play how I know I can play, and let's do better. So I think I 2-stock him game two. The matchup's just really bad. there wasn't anything like special about it, it's just the matchup's bad. And the entire tournament, I was like, okay, if I beat Adamus, I think I can make it to winners semis, because I don't know how much min experience Cosmos has, and I'm pretty decent against Pyro Mythra. And this is one of the few matches that I have on stream, so I actually pull it up here, and I'll just talk about a couple quick like things I noticed throughout it. So I'm chilling, like, and I know that if you mess up like that, you die, right? So I'm like, oh, I take a stock, like, and from this point, I'm feeling pretty comfortable because I have a stock lead, and that's something that I need, right? Against everyone else, I was kind of trailing, and I just kind of clutched it out, but here I have a stock lead. Now, Cosmos is obviously a fantastic player, and he can bring it back anytime. I did not know that he liked to F smash that much, though, and it's actually really good. It covers roll, it covers neutral get up. I would have to like jump or like time something way better. So I'm just kind of thinking to myself, okay, it's fine. I can just take it one step at a time. I can always just edge guard Mythra or Pyro or something. I just need to get like the right hit, but it's hard to get the right hit against better players. And once I started doing stuff like that, you can see me shake my head. I think if you can see my camera, I realized I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. And I think it's because going into it, I thought that I could win, and I was like, dude, this is gonna be my first like top 8 winners of like a decent tournament, especially since offline has come back. Good jump read, and I tried to read a directional air dodge, but it didn't happen. It was just a neutral air dodge, and I tried to read it too early. And here I'm just like kind of like fishing for like weird reads that he may not be used to, honestly. Like that, for example, I was like, dude, he might jump. Like I'm kind of using my the matchup experience instead of just trying to win, based on like what's happening in the game, and that's not good. So here I get smoked. Why did I try to grab there? So risky. I won if the grab landed, but it's whatever. And I had actually asked ZD to cheer for me, which is weird because I normally don't like when people cheer for me. It makes me like super nervous. I like can't focus that well, but I realized that like I would have to get used to that if I'm like going to larger events. Like I can't tell the entire crowd, like I'm on stage or something, I can't tell the entire crowd like, shh, I'm nervous because you're cheering, don't do it. No, right? So I was like, you know what, ZD is a good friend of mine, and I would appreciate if you cheer for me, because he has a certain way of cheering for you that like kind of turns you up. And going into game 2, I did the thing. I was like, you know what, I'm feeling more comfortable, I know how to play this. You can even see like in my player cam, like I'm kind of like, I'm not moving nearly as much. I'm just kind of like, all right, let's play. And I get this stock, boom, take a deep breath, and we keep it moving. So this game goes on, and I'm cruising, nothing too crazy. I'm starting to see the F smashes a lot more. I'm getting more comfortable, and boom. I wonder if I could have done Ram F smash there. I'll think about that later. But at this point, I'm like, okay, I probably win this game. It's all good. Let's just close it out strong. And that's something that I've always had an issue with. It's like closing out sets. I get really like antsy, and I'm just like, I want this to be over. I'm not good at timing the Ram 2 frame, and that's something I really need to practice. And he goes to like a risky up B, and you know, he dies for it, so whatever. So we're going into game 3. I'm feeling really comfortable at this point, and it gets a little louder, like people start cheering for me a bit more, and I'm like, oh crap, okay, whatever, it's fine. Like I'm kind of in the zone. That's like my like kind of in the zone face. I'm just chilling, eyes are focused, whatever. Take another deep breath, and we go into game 3, and he messes up and he gets 2-framed, and I have a huge lead. Take a deep breath, everybody's getting mad loud. They're like, oh, hold on, he might win. And if there's one thing I mentioned before that holds true, is that I get really nervous when I'm about to win like an important set. And you can see me in the player cam, I am moving a ton, and I talk about this very often. When someone's like moving a bunch and their body's really into it, that means that normally like there's a lot of stress on them, there's a lot of pressure on them, and they're just like super nervous. So earlier I was looking calm in game 2, right? I was chilling. This game, I'm like, even though I have this crazy lead, I'm still looking kind of stressed, like. And Foresight catches him and he dies there, and I'm in a really good spot, right? But I'm thinking to myself, what if I can't close it out? And that's where the problems began, because if I just kept focusing on the game instead of thinking about what happens like if I can't close it out, then I probably would have won. But because of that, I started doing weird things. Like I go for that up tilt there, like that's Pyro's sword is huge. In the moment I shake my head like, no, why did I do that? I'm feeling okay, but the moment I get hit and this string happens, I'm like, oh no, I'm getting juggled, like let me down. I'm like trying to force my way down. I just took 58. I did a high air dodge, like get away from me, I'm struggling. He just dash attacks at me, and I see the forward smash. I get up into it. You can see my camera react, and I won the game there if I just was a little more patient. And looking at this like kind of hurts, like, because I know I also could have won the game there if I just down air. There's like a lot of things, but I was so focused on, I just need to get back, I just need to reset neutral, I just need to get a hit. I mess up again, and at this point I'm completely flustered. I'm super panicked. It was 3 stocks to 1. I haven't hit him in what feels like forever, and now I'm just trying to force hits. He's on the platform, I'm doing double nair, like what is that, like? And I don't think I hit him for the rest of the game, honestly. And it I could just feel it happening like in my like head. I could have lived there too. I just like was so panicked that I beat early. You can see my reaction, like clearly it meant a lot. And so after this, I'm like, GG's, like that was nice, you played well. And I walk off and I just go to the bathroom, like, so I don't want to talk to anybody, because like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I was really upset, and it was like a feeling I haven't felt before or in a long time. Like I haven't like cared about a tournament that much in a really long time, and like dropping that potential like winner side top 8 into Wadi, who was like I'm pretty comfortable against. Like I wouldn't have been nervous playing against Wadi, because I play against Wadi all the time. Like it would have been like, okay, cool. And Wadi just has this like chill like feeling about him where he's like chilling. That really hurt. So I went to the bathroom. I walk around for a little bit, and I'm like, I want to throw my controller because I'm really upset. Like I'm being honest. I'm like, I want to throw my controller. I want to hit a table or something. And I take the walk, go to the bathroom, come back. I'm like looking for water. There's no water anywhere. I go in like this like back office area that's in Xanadu, and I sit down, and I was like, bruh. Then I felt the tears in my eyes, and I was like, bro, I hate this. I forgot about this. Like when you like really care, when especially like me, like I really care, and I get really emotional. I'm like, it happens while I'm playing, and then it happens after I'm playing. It was rough. So right after that, I like go check. I'm like, all right, well, who do I have to play next? I had to play ZD, and I was like, dude, I don't want to play ZD because like As I said earlier, ZD's a good friend of mine. He was just cheering for me to win. I didn't even know I was gonna have to play him if I lost. So I'm at the setup, legit, like just tears flowing out of my eye, like, and he's like, "Do you need a second?" I'm just like, "No, no." So we start playing, and I really like. I think about this, like, I hope it didn't distract him or anything, because again, we know each other, and it can be hard to play against someone when like you don't feel like they're giving it their all, like they're not in their best mental state. Like it can put you in a weird mental state. So I won against ZD 2-0, and we hugged it out, and I was just like really sad, like crying even more, because I was like, you could have had a good run after this, and like I just beat you, and we only had to play because I choked. Like, this is so dumb. So he's just talking to me like, you know, you're nasty, like you're really good at the game, and it's nothing like that. I'll be cheering for you, like, and just try your best moving forward. So I was really calm going into this next set against Riddles. At this point, I made loser side top 8, which is a good accomplishment. You know, I'm in top 8 of, it was like a 250 plus person tournament, so I'm in a good spot. Made top 8 at my first regional back. I lost to Cosmos, who was a really high rated PGR player, and now I'm playing Riddles, who's probably gonna be a really high rated PGR player. 4th seed of the tournament. By the way, I outplaced my seed. I was 10th and I got 7th. Haha. But anyway, I don't know. Riddles have been going. He's in losers because he lost to a Bandetta named the Mighty Dialga. He won 2-1 against Riddles Kazuya in winners. And Kazuya and Riddles throughout losers was going a bunch of characters. He went Kazuya, he went Ryu against Waluigi. In order to beat Sharp, he went Ken. And for me, he decides that he's going Terry. So he goes Terry. I have no idea what Terry does, and we can just pretty much skip most of it because it's unimportant. I get absolutely smoked. I forgot how he wins this game, but look, 2 stock. I see his back facing me. I still jump into it. The hitbox is a lot lower than I thought. Next game, winnable for me. I think I do like a bad landing nair, and he parries it and kills me because I didn't think I could die for it. Yep. You can see in my eyes, I'm like, wait, I died? Oh, okay. Like, dang. Whatever. Then this game, he just smokes me. I mean, it was nothing. I got hit by like nair dare like every stock. That's one nair dare. That's nair dare there. Nair dare there. Yeah. And that's the first time I get hit by it. I'm like, what the heck is that? But I think he realized like I didn't know how to deal with that at the ledge, and he just kind of smoked me for it. So I'm out. I got 7th out of the 250 plus, and it was cool. After I lost the Riddles, I wasn't even like upset or anything. I was really only upset at the Cosmos loss because like I was thinking about so many different things about like how I could have been in winner's side top 8 and like all these things. But to be fair, he turned up. Like, you know, he did make a few mistakes, but I didn't capitalize on them, and he capitalized on all the mistakes I made. So I was really good on him, and that was the tournament. It was a great experience. No, I got 7th, which is lower than what I had hoped for, obviously. I always want to win if I like enter something, right? But making top 8's good. I lost to Cosmos and Riddles, who are extremely good players, and it is what it is. Like, either gonna win or you're gonna lose when you enter these, and I beat some good people and I lost to some good people, you know. So that's the tournament experience, and thanks for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next video.